The stars shimmered in the endless darkness of space, silent witnesses to humanity's boldest venture yet. Among them floated the Titan, a warship unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. It was immense, so vast that many smaller moons could hide within its hull. Its surface gleamed with layers of protective alloys, each designed to withstand forces no human had ever faced before. Inside, thousands of crew members moved with a sense of purpose, pride, and anticipation. Captain Elias Ward walked along the central command corridor, his boots clicking softly on the reinforced floor. His eyes scanned the holographic displays, each showing the current trajectory, ship integrity, and nearby star systems. Despite the calm on the surface, he could feel a tight knot of tension in his stomach. Humanity had prepared for this mission for decades, yet nothing could replace the moment when the Titan would cross into alien space. "Captain," a young officer called, "we're approaching the border of the Rithari sector. Sensors are picking up increased energy fluctuations. Possible surveillance." Elias nodded. "Good. Keep all systems on alert. Let's see what our new neighbors have been up to." His voice was steady, but his mind raced. The Rithari were known for their technological sophistication and strict territorial control. Humans had heard stories from allied explorers, but no human had ever been this close to their domain. Below deck, Chief Engineer Marajin checked the power cores. The Titan's engines, shield generators, and energy cannons hummed with barely contained power. "Everything is holding," she reported into her communicator. "The ship's core is stable, and the shield matrix is at full capacity. We are ready for anything." Mara was a brilliant mind, known across the Earth Alliance for her innovations in energy management. She knew the Titan was more than just a ship. It was a symbol. Humanity had spent decades preparing for a galaxy that often underestimated them. Every bolt, every circuit, every weapon system had been designed not just to defend but to astonish. Meanwhile, on the observation deck, Lieutenant Soren Vance gazed at the stars. He was the youngest on the bridge, barely 23, yet he had already earned respect for his quick thinking and intuition. His eyes sparkled with curiosity. "Captain," he said, almost whispering, "it's beautiful. And terrifying. I never thought I'd see so many stars at once." Elias allowed himself a faint smile. "This is why we explore, Soren. Not just to conquer or defend, but to see, to understand, and yes, to remind the galaxy that humans are not to be ignored." As the Titan crossed the invisible border into Rithari space, sensors began to detect anomalies. Small energy bursts flickered at the edge of the system. Alien probes, no doubt. A hush fell over the bridge as everyone watched. Then suddenly a visual display illuminated the main screen. A fleet of small, sleek ships appeared, their hulls shimmering with a color humans had never seen. "Alien vessels," Soren said, his voice tight with excitement and fear. "They're coming closer," Elias said. His hand hovered near the command panel, ready to issue orders if needed. "But remain calm. Observe, report, and do not provoke unless necessary." The alien fleet approached slowly, their movements precise and coordinated. They stopped at a respectful distance, forming a pattern that seemed deliberate. Mara's voice crackled over the communicator. "Captain, they are scanning us. Shields are responding normally. No interference detected yet, but their energy signatures are advanced, far beyond our current understanding." Elias studied the patterns. "They're curious. Not hostile, at least for now. Prepare a standard communication channel. Let's show them who we are before they jump to conclusions." A holographic interface activated in the center of the bridge. Elias pressed a sequence, sending a visual and audio signal encoded in universal mathematical language, a gesture of peace. Moments passed. Then a ripple ran across the alien fleet. One of their ships moved forward, projecting a communication beam toward the Titan. The voice that emerged was melodic but firm, resonating in the minds of every human on the bridge. "Humans, your presence here is unexpected. Identify your purpose. Explain your intentions." Elias straightened. He spoke clearly without fear. "We are explorers of the stars. We seek knowledge and understanding. Our arrival is not an act of war. We come in peace, but we are prepared to defend ourselves if necessary." The alien's energy shimmered almost like it was thinking. "You possess great strength. Yet you are alone. Why have you come here?" Elias glanced at his officers, then returned his gaze to the alien signal. "Because we are humans. We never stop reaching forward. We never stop learning. We never stop growing. We are here because the universe is too large to ignore, and we are too strong to remain hidden. There was a pause, heavy and tense. Then, unexpectedly, the alien fleet shifted slightly, a motion that humans recognized as cautious acknowledgement. Below deck, Mara allowed herself a brief smile. They didn't attack. They're analyzing. This is good. So far, humans are surprising them. Soren let out a quiet laugh. Surprising them? Captain, we just walked into the most advanced alien sector in the galaxy, and they didn't even fire a single shot. Humans really are unpredictable. Elias nodded, feeling a surge of pride. Exactly. That is our strength. Alien or not, humans adapt, humans endure, and humans never quit. This is our message. Not with words alone, but with presence. With courage. With unity. The hours passed as the Titan and the alien fleet observed each other. Every maneuver, every shift in position was calculated. Humans noted their technology, learning and recording, while aliens recorded humans with a mix of awe and disbelief. The sheer scale of the warship, its defenses, and its visible power stunned them. They had expected a minor exploratory vessel, not a planet-sized marvel with thousands of humans on board. By the time the first shift ended, the crew of the Titan had settled into a cautious rhythm. They maintained constant communication, studied alien formations, and prepared for any eventuality. But beneath the professional exterior, an unspoken feeling spread. Humans had taken their first true step into a galaxy that had long underestimated them, and the universe would never view them the same again. Captain Elias stood in front of the viewport, gazing at the alien fleet still hovering in the distance. He placed his hand on the glass as if feeling the vast emptiness beyond. This is only the beginning, he said softly. No matter what they think, no matter how strong they are, they will learn. Humanity does not back down. Humanity endures. Humanity triumphs. And with that, the Titan continued its slow journey deeper into alien space, carrying not just humans, but the pride, courage, and spirit of an entire species ready to take its place among the stars. The Titan floated in the alien void, a colossal figure of human ingenuity. Its surface reflected distant starlight, while thousands of tiny lights marked activity within. For the humans on board, the silence of space was a rare moment of reflection. They had crossed into alien territory, and the tension was thick in the air. Captain Elias Ward stood on the command bridge, eyes fixed on the alien fleet that still lingered just beyond the range of their sensors. Though the aliens had not attacked, every human on board felt the weight of their scrutiny. Every maneuver of the Titan, every hum of its engines, every flicker of its shields was being recorded and analyzed. Lieutenant Soren Vance, still amazed by the scale of the encounter, leaned forward toward the holographic display. Captain, they are moving in patterns I don't recognize. It's not random, but it's not a standard military formation either. Almost ritualistic. Elias nodded slowly. They are studying us. That is good. They want to understand before they act. Keep all sensors active. I want to know everything they are doing, and I want it in real time. Below deck, Chief Engineer Mara Jin oversaw the core systems. Her team worked tirelessly, monitoring shields, energy flow, and weapon readiness. Mara felt a rush of pride as she thought about the Titan's capabilities. These aliens might be advanced, but they have never seen a human warship like this, she said softly to her assistant. Everything we built was designed for one purpose, to survive and show that humans are not weak. The aliens finally responded to the humans' initial communication. A shimmering light appeared in the void, forming symbols that humans could barely interpret. Then a voice resonated through the Titan's communication system. It was not harsh, but it carried authority. You have entered Rathari space without permission. Identify yourselves and explain your intentions. Elias took a deep breath. We are explorers. We seek knowledge and understanding. Our arrival is not an act of war. We come peacefully, but we are ready to defend ourselves if necessary. The alien voice pulsed for a moment, curious. Few have ever dared cross into this space. Your vessel, it is unlike any seen before. Why do you not fear us? Elias glanced around the bridge, meeting the eyes of his officers. Because we are humans. We face danger, we face the unknown, and we never give up. Fear does not guide us, courage does. The alien fleet shifted in response almost imperceptibly. It was clear that Elias's words had reached them. though whether through sound, thought, or some alien technology no one could tell. Lieutenant Vance whispered, "They are stunned, I think. They expected fear, but they found determination." From the observation deck, young Ensign Rena Alvarez marveled at the alien ships. They were sleek, with sharp edges and glowing energy lines that shifted in colors humans had no names for. Yet she noticed something unusual. They seemed almost hesitant, as if they were studying humans as much as humans studied them. Below deck, Mara continued her checks. All systems stable, shields holding at maximum efficiency. Engines are ready for sudden maneuvers. Weapons are fully functional, though I hope we won't need them. Hours passed in this tense observation. The alien fleet maintained distance but continued to monitor the Titan. Humans observed their ships carefully, noting patterns, energy emissions, and any signs of aggression. Every crew member felt the unspoken understanding. This was not just a first encounter, it was a test. The aliens wanted to see how humans reacted under pressure. Elias called the senior officers together in a strategy meeting. "We must show them who we are without initiating conflict. They are strong, advanced, and intelligent. But humans have something they do not expect: adaptability and courage. We cannot rely on weapons alone. We must show presence, unity, and intelligence." Lieutenant Vance nodded. "Captain, we can demonstrate defensive maneuvers, show them the Titan's capabilities without firing a shot. That might impress them more than an attack ever could." Elias smiled faintly. "Exactly, Soren. Let's remind them that humans are not to be underestimated." Mara approached the bridge from her engineering station.
"Captain, I have an idea."
"We can activate the visual signature matrix. It will make the Titan appear even larger, more complex, more awe-inspiring. It's purely visual, but it might convey power and confidence." Elias considered it. "Do it. Let them see humans are proud, capable, and fearless." The Titan's surface lit up, glowing with patterns of light that emphasized its immense scale. The alien fleet reacted instantly, their energy lines flickering in surprise and fascination. The humans watched in silence, knowing they had made an impact without aggression. As the hours turned to night cycles aboard the Titan, the humans continued to monitor the aliens and prepare for any possible scenario. Yet a sense of cautious optimism spread. The first real contact had been made, and humans had not only survived but impressed their observers. In a private moment, Captain Elias stood alone on the observation deck, looking out at the alien ships. "This is only the beginning," he murmured. "They may be powerful, but they will learn what humans are capable of. Not through fear, but through courage, unity, and intellect." Below, Mara and her engineering team celebrated small victories, efficiency gains, shield tests, and energy optimizations. "They are watching everything," she said with a smile. "Every system we have, every tactic we use, they will remember it, and they will respect it." Even Lieutenant Vance found a moment to reflect. "I thought humans were small in this galaxy," he whispered to himself. "But maybe we're just the right size to make a difference." By the end of the first day in alien space, the Titan's crew had achieved something remarkable. They had entered unknown territory, faced an advanced alien species, and come through without conflict. Yet the story was far from over. Both humans and aliens had observed, analyzed, and learned. Every movement, every decision, and every choice would shape the next steps of this unprecedented encounter. Captain Elias looked at the stars and knew humanity had sent a message. Not through words alone, but through courage, technology, and unwavering spirit. The galaxy had taken notice. Humans were no longer just another species. They were a force to be reckoned with, and somewhere deep in the alien fleet, energy patterns shifted as if acknowledging the unexpected truth. Humans were stronger, smarter, and more daring than anyone had imagined. The Titan had arrived, and nothing in the galaxy would ever be the same again. The calm that had lingered over the Titan since first contact was gone. The alien fleet had shifted its formation overnight, and sensors now detected hundreds of additional energy signatures moving toward them. Captain Elias Ward studied the readings on the command bridge, his face calm but his mind alert. "They're testing us," Elias said. His voice was steady, carrying the authority that kept his crew focused. "They want to see if humans are truly as capable as we claim." Lieutenant Soren Vance leaned forward, eyes wide. "Captain, their fleet is larger than I expected. They're trying to surround us. This could be dangerous," Elias nodded. "Dangerous, yes. But humans are never unprepared. Mara, how are our shields holding? From her station, Chief Engineer Mara Jin replied, "Shields are at maximum capacity. Power distribution is optimal. Engines can maneuver at high speeds if needed. We are ready for their test." The aliens moved with precision, almost like a predator circling its prey. Their ships formed a ring around the Titan, energy weapons glowing faintly. But they did not attack immediately. It was a challenge, a test of resolve, skill, and intelligence. Elias addressed his crew. "This is our moment. Show them humans do not fear the unknown. Follow standard defensive maneuvers, maintain formation, and stay alert. Observe everything. They are watching our reactions closely." Soren activated the tactical display. "Captain, they're probing our shields with energy pulses. Nothing lethal yet, but they're measuring our response time and power output." Mara's fingers flew over the control panel. "I'm adjusting shield harmonics. Let's see how they react to a system they cannot predict." The shields shimmered, absorbing the alien pulses more efficiently than before. The aliens paused. Their formation wavered as they recalculated their approach. Humans were demonstrating adaptability, something they could not have expected. The Titan's crew felt a surge of confidence. "Good," Elias said. "Keep it up. Remember, we do not fight to destroy unless absolutely necessary. We fight to show strength and resilience." The aliens tried a new tactic. A wave of small, fast ships darted toward the Titan from multiple angles. On the bridge, alarms blared as sensors tracked the swarm. "Captain, multiple contacts approaching at high speed," Soren shouted. "They're testing our maneuverability." Elias remained calm. "Execute evasive patterns Delta 7. Keep shields engaged and maintain integrity of the hull sections." The Titan moved gracefully despite its immense size. The smaller ships zipped around it, but human calculations and the Prodigy systems installed by Mara allowed perfect navigation. The swarm passed without causing damage. The alien fleet paused again, energy readings fluctuating as if confused. Mara leaned back, smiling faintly. They didn't expect that. No ship of their size could evade that many attackers. Humans are showing them precision and control they didn't anticipate. Soren shook his head in disbelief. "It's incredible. A single human warship can handle an entire fleet without firing a shot." They must be stunned. Elias knew the young officer was right. The aliens were learning quickly and painfully that humans were not ordinary. Intelligence, courage, and strategy combined made humans unpredictable. That unpredictability was their greatest weapon. Suddenly, a new energy signature appeared on the sensors. A massive alien vessel, far larger than the others, emerged from behind the swarm. Its hull pulsed with a strange energy unlike anything humans had seen. "Captain," Soren said, his voice tight, "they're bringing out the heavy artillery. This is a real test now." Elias's eyes narrowed. "Good, let's show them what humans can do." He pressed a series of commands, activating advanced defensive systems and tactical protocols. The Titan's shields shimmered brighter, its energy cores humming with immense power. The alien vessel fired a concentrated beam, testing the limits of the ship's defenses. The shields absorbed the impact, bending and redistributing energy without failing. The humans watched as the massive attack dissipated harmlessly. Mara's voice was calm but proud. "Our shields held perfectly. The alien vessel's attack was strong, but we predicted it. They didn't account for our adaptability." The aliens launched another series of coordinated attacks. Smaller swarms tried to strike weak points while energy beams tested shield resilience. But every move the aliens made was countered with precision. Human strategy and technology were ahead of their expectations. On the bridge, the crew worked in perfect harmony. Sensors, shields, navigation, and communications operated as one, each human action contributing to a larger symphony of control. The alien fleet, for the first time, seemed uncertain. Their carefully planned attacks were ineffective. Soren could not hide his amazement. "Captain, they're retreating slightly. They didn't expect us to handle that." Elias nodded. "They learned something valuable today. Humans are not weak. Humans are not predictable. Humans endure." The alien fleet began to back away, not entirely defeated but cautious. Their sensors still monitored the Titan, but the rhythm of their attacks had changed. Respect, unspoken but palpable, was forming. Mara allowed herself a small smile. "They underestimated us. They thought this would be an easy test. But humans, we never underestimate ourselves." Elias looked out at the alien ships glowing faintly in the void. "This is what humanity has always been. When faced with challenges that seem impossible, we adapt, we endure, and we triumph. Today we've sent a message, not through destruction, but through strength, intelligence, and unity. Below deck, the crew of the Titan felt a renewed sense of purpose. Each human knew that they were part of something greater than themselves. The galaxy had seen human courage before, but nothing like this. The aliens would remember this encounter for generations. As night cycles passed aboard the Titan, the alien fleet maintained distance, but did not retreat completely. Their movements suggested caution mixed with curiosity. They had tested humans, and humans had passed in ways they had never imagined. Captain Elias stood on the observation deck staring at the alien ships. "This is only the beginning," he whispered. "They have learned that humans are not to be underestimated. They have learned that intelligence, courage, and unity are forces even the most advanced civilizations cannot ignore." Lieutenant Vance joined him, eyes wide with awe. "Captain, do you think they'll attack again?" Elias shook his head. "Not unless they miscalculate. And humans will always be ready. We have proven today that size and strength alone do not define power. Adaptability and determination do, and humanity has both in abundance." Mara, watching from her engineering station, nodded. "We've survived their first true test, and we've shown them exactly why humans are not ordinary. Every system, every maneuver, every decision, they've witnessed our skill. They will think twice before challenging us again." As the Titan continued deeper into alien space, the crew reflected on the significance of the day. They had faced an advanced civilization, survived, and impressed their observers without firing a single lethal shot. Humanity had shown that courage, intelligence, and unity could match even the most advanced technology in the galaxy. The alien fleet, once confident in its superiority, now regarded the humans with caution. Humanity had entered the galaxy not as a minor player, but as a force to be reckoned with. And the Titan, enormous and powerful, carried the pride, ingenuity, and unyielding spirit of an entire species. The test of power was complete, and humans had passed with distinction. Yet Captain Elias knew that this was only the beginning. The galaxy was vast, filled with civilizations that would challenge humanity in ways they could not yet imagine. But for the first time, humans had sent a clear message. They were strong, they were clever, and they would never back down. And somewhere in the alien fleet, signals pulsed and shifted, carrying a silent acknowledgement. Humans were not just survivors. They were contenders. The Titan had proven that size, courage, and intelligence combined could redefine the rules of engagement in a galaxy that had long underestimated them. Deep within the heart of the Rathari territory, a massive council chamber floated above a planet bathed in soft green light. The room was enormous, built for thousands of delegates from countless alien worlds. At its center, the ruling council convened, voices and energy pulses mingling in an intricate dance of debate. Every member of the council had heard the reports. A human warship, the Titan, had entered their space, survived attacks, and demonstrated incredible power and intelligence. "The humans are unlike anything we have ever encountered," said one delegate, a tall figure whose energy lines pulsed like storm clouds. "Their ship survived our fleet without significant damage." "How is this possible?" Another delegate, smaller but sharp in tone, replied, "It is not just the ship. It is the humans themselves. They coordinated, adapted, and predicted our attacks. Their strategy is remarkable." A third delegate, older and more cautious, chimed in, "We cannot underestimate them. The Titan is massive, but size alone is not enough. Their calculations, their timing, and their courage make them a formidable force. I propose we reconsider our approach." The council debated for hours. Some factions called for immediate retaliation, arguing that humans must be punished for daring to cross into their space. Others warned that aggression would be dangerous. "Humans are unpredictable," one said, "and unpredictability is more dangerous than any weapon. We must observe, learn, and act with caution." Back aboard the Titan, humans were unaware of the full scale of the council's deliberations. Instead, they focused on exploration and maintaining their presence. Captain Elias Ward addressed his senior officers. "We've proven our capability," he said, "but this is only the beginning. The aliens are aware of us, and they are thinking. Some will respect us, others may test us further. Our job is to continue showing that humans are not to be underestimated." Lieutenant Soren Vance nodded. "Captain, they're still monitoring our systems and energy readings. Every move we make is being recorded. We need to be careful but continue to demonstrate our strength and intelligence. Mara Jin leaned over her console, eyes scanning the shields and engines. We're ready for anything. And we're not just reacting, we're setting the standard. They see humans as a force they didn't expect. That gives us an advantage. The council chambers below continued their tense discussions. We cannot allow them to operate freely in our space, one delegate insisted. Yet attacking them directly could provoke consequences we cannot predict. Another, calmer, spoke. Perhaps we should consider negotiation. Humans are intelligent and resilient. They have shown both courage and restraint. If we act wisely, we could form an alliance or at least avoid unnecessary conflict. A third, younger member argued passionately. Alliances are risky. We do not know their intentions fully. They are bold, but boldness can be dangerous. We must remain vigilant. The debate raged on, with some council members growing frustrated. They are humans, one finally exclaimed. Small, fragile beings, yet their ship is enormous. Their tactics are clever and their courage is unmatched. I have never witnessed a species capable of such adaptability. They may be the most dangerous civilization we have ever encountered. If we underestimate them, it will be our downfall. Meanwhile, aboard the Titan, humans continued their mission. Small reconnaissance ships were launched to explore nearby star systems, carefully avoiding any territory deemed sensitive. Every mission was calculated to demonstrate human precision and intelligence without provoking unnecessary hostility. Captain Elias watched the data reports. Every observation shows they are learning from us. Every calculation we make, every maneuver, every decision, they are noting it. Our presence alone is teaching them respect. Soren grinned, and proving them wrong. They thought humans were weak and simple. They assumed we would panic or fail. But here we are, steady, intelligent, capable, Mara added, and adaptable. They cannot predict everything we do. That unpredictability is our advantage. The Council on the alien world reached a tentative conclusion. We cannot act against them directly, yet we cannot ignore their presence, said the elder delegate. Humans have proven themselves to be capable and intelligent. They demand respect. I propose a watchful approach. Monitor, communicate, and engage carefully. Let them continue, but always with caution. Another member agreed. This is wise. Humans are not like any other species we have encountered. They survive, they adapt, and they endure. They are unpredictable, and unpredictability is dangerous. Back on the Titan, the crew felt a subtle change in alien behavior. The fleets that had been aggressive the previous day now maintained a distance, monitoring rather than attacking. Their movements were more cautious, respectful, and careful. Captain Elias addressed the bridge. They are learning. The Council has decided on observation rather than aggression. This is our opportunity to continue demonstrating human strength, intelligence, and unity. We must remain vigilant, but we can also advance our mission safely. Soren leaned forward, studying the alien fleet. Captain, they are still observing us closely, but their patterns have changed. They are no longer testing us aggressively. They seem cautious. Elias smiled faintly. Cautious is good. Cautious means respect. They have learned that humans are not ordinary. We have shown them the power of intelligence, courage, and adaptability. Mara adjusted the shield harmonics one last time for the day. We have survived the test, Captain, and we have proven that humans are a force to be reckoned with. Every system, every move, every decision, they have witnessed it. They will remember it. Hours passed and humans continued to explore alien space carefully. They sent communications in multiple languages, trying to understand alien culture and intentions. Every attempt was met with measured responses, showing curiosity rather than hostility. On the observation deck, Lieutenant Vance spoke quietly to himself. We have entered a galaxy that has always ignored humans, and now we are making them notice. We are no longer the species they could underestimate. Every move we make will be remembered. Captain Elias stood beside him, gazing at the distant alien ships. This is only the beginning, Soren. The Council has seen us, and they know humans are capable. Some will respect us, some may fear us, and some may challenge us. But one thing is certain, humanity has arrived and we will not be ignored. Below, Mara and her team continued to monitor every system, ready for any contingency. Every sensor, every engine, and every weapon was under constant observation. Humans were prepared not just to survive, but to thrive. As the Titan continued its journey deeper into alien space, the Council's decision echoed across the stars. Humans were no longer minor players. They were a species to respect, to study, and perhaps to fear. Humanity had shown strength without aggression, intelligence without arrogance, and courage without recklessness. The crew felt a quiet pride, knowing that their actions had changed the way the galaxy perceived them. They had faced the most advanced civilization they had yet encountered and survived, not through violence alone, but through courage, unity, and adaptability. And somewhere across the Alien Council chambers, energy pulses shifted as members shared a silent acknowledgement. Humans were not ordinary. They were a force that could change the balance of power in the galaxy. The Titan had not only survived, but had left a lasting impression. Captain Elias looked out at the stars once more. "This is just the start, Mara," he said softly. "We have shown the galaxy what humans are capable of, and we will continue to show them. Humanity does not back down. Humanity endures. Humanity triumphs." And in the distant Alien Council chambers, the delegates debated their next steps. Knowing that the humans aboard the Titan were no longer a curiosity, they were a challenge, and one that demanded respect, caution, and perhaps admiration. The calm of alien observation did not last long. Across the Rethery sector, a rogue faction disagreed with the Council's decision to merely watch humanity. They saw the Titan as a threat that must be eliminated before humans could grow stronger. Without warning, energy signatures flared across sensors. Attacks were incoming. On the command bridge of the Titan, alarms blared. Captain Elias Ward gripped the edge of the console as the display lit up with hundreds of hostile contacts approaching rapidly. "Captain, multiple vessels moving at high speed." "They're not following Council orders," Lieutenant Soren Vance shouted, his voice tense. Elias remained calm. "Prepare defenses. Shields to maximum. Weapons online, but engage only if necessary. This is a test, but we will not fail." Below deck, Chief Engineer Mara Jin monitored the energy cores. All systems green. Shield harmonics optimized. Weapons fully charged. Engines can handle evasive maneuvers. Let them come. They will see what humans are capable of. The rogue alien ships launched a coordinated assault, firing energy beams that swept toward the Titan. The immense shields absorbed the attacks, bending and redirecting energy with precision. Humans had anticipated such aggression and had built the Titan to withstand overwhelming odds. "They expected us to panic," Elias said calmly. "But humans do not panic. Humans calculate, adapt, and act." Soren watched the enemy formation. "Captain, they've never seen a ship like this. Our shields held and we're moving flawlessly. They didn't expect our speed and precision." The Titan responded with calculated defensive maneuvers, tilting and twisting in ways that its immense size seemed to defy. Smaller alien ships tried to strike weak points, but every approach was countered. Sensors relayed every movement, every energy output, and every calculation in real time. Mara's voice crackled over the intercom. "Captain, I've activated the advanced tactical systems. We can predict enemy movements and strengthen shields dynamically. They won't breach us." Elias nodded. "Do it. Show them human adaptability." The alien faction tried a final tactic, a concentrated strike aimed at the Titan's hull. Beams of energy converged on one section of the ship, attempting to overwhelm its defenses. Yet the Titan's shields absorbed the impact, dispersing energy harmlessly across the hull. "They underestimated us," Mara said, her voice filled with quiet pride. "They thought their attack would break us. They were wrong." Soren's eyes widened. "One ship, and we've outmaneuvered an entire fleet. They're panicking." Elias knew this was the moment humans would make their statement. "We defend ourselves, yes, but we do not attack recklessly. Let them see humans are not just strong, we are clever, precise, and united. Every move must demonstrate that clearly." The Titan's countermeasures activated. Energy pulses created illusions of multiple ships, confusing the alien fleet. Their sensors, unable to differentiate reality from projection, faltered. The smaller ships collided or retreated, and the rogue faction realized their initial plan had failed. From the observation deck, young Ensign Rena Alvarez watched the battle unfold. They didn't expect humans to fight like this. They think size alone matters, but humans, we combine intelligence and courage. They didn't see it coming. The alien faction leader attempted to regroup. Massive energy waves gathered at the center of their formation. a show of force intended to intimidate the humans. Yet the Titan responded with perfect timing. Its shields shimmered and counter-energy pulses diverted the waves harmlessly into space. Mara's fingers flew over the control panels. "Captain, we can continue to neutralize their attacks without destroying them. They will understand our strength and they will respect it." Elias's voice carried over the bridge. "Exactly. We do not seek war. We do not seek destruction. But we will show humans cannot be defeated by arrogance or force alone." The rogue aliens hesitated, unsure how to continue. Every tactic they tried was met with an equal or greater human response. Precision, adaptability, and unity, the hallmarks of humanity, were on full display. Soren whispered in awe. "They're realizing. They misjudged humans completely. They thought we were small, fragile, and weak. But humans are unstoppable when united." The rogue fleet began to retreat slowly, no longer confident in their ability to challenge the Titan. Their energy signatures flickered uncertainly, a visible sign of hesitation. Humanity had survived a full-scale assault and had done so without unnecessary aggression. Elias allowed himself a small smile. They know now. Humans are not to be underestimated. Today they have learned a valuable lesson. Size and firepower alone do not define strength. Courage, intelligence, and unity do. Below deck, Mara monitored systems and smiled. They will remember this. Every calculation, every maneuver, every decision, they saw it all. They underestimated humans and they paid the price. Even Lieutenant Vance was speechless. One ship, one human warship, against an entire fleet. "And we've shown them who we are, Captain. This is incredible." Elias stood tall, gazing at the stars beyond the viewport. "This is what humans do. We face impossible odds and do not give in. We survive, we adapt, we triumph, and we send a message. Humanity will not be ignored, underestimated, or defeated easily." Hours passed and the rogue faction continued to retreat. The rest of the Rithari Council's forces observed silently, learning from the humans' tactics. Humanity had demonstrated not just survival, but superiority in strategy, coordination, and resilience. On the bridge, the crew of the Titan allowed themselves a moment of quiet pride. They had faced aggression, endured an attack, and emerged not only unscathed but respected. Every crew member knew that their actions would resonate across the galaxy. Elias addressed his officers. "We have reached a turning point. The galaxy now knows humans are strong, clever, and united. We have defended ourselves without unnecessary destruction, and we have shown that intelligence and courage are as powerful as any weapon. Remember this moment. It is the start of a new era." Soren nodded, still awed. "Captain, today we've changed how the galaxy sees humans." "They won't forget it," Mara added. "We've not only survived, we've impressed them, and they'll think twice before challenging us again." The Titan continued its journey deeper into alien space, fully operational and stronger than ever. Humans had faced a real threat, and in doing so they had proven the full measure of their capability. As night cycles fell over the massive ship, Captain Elias looked out at the stars and thought of the future. The galaxy had witnessed human courage, intelligence, and unity. Humanity was no longer a minor player. It was a force that others would respect, fear, and study for generations. Somewhere among the retreating alien fleets, signals pulsed with acknowledgement. Humans had changed the balance. They had survived, they had adapted, and they had shown their strength. The Titan's crew knew one truth above all: humanity had reached a new height. They had survived the breaking point and emerged stronger, and in the galaxy, nothing would ever be the same again.